Hey there! Welcome to TerraFirmaPunk'd on the TFPunk'd server. Now this is sort of a shock to some, of my viewers. I know Grimcore and Bevel have already sent a couple viewers over to my channel. From Grimcore and Bevel, welcome to the channel. I hope I can provide you guys with quality content. Be forewarned, I've never played TerraFirmaCraft before, so be forewarned for a whole lot of newbiness, although I know some of the basics. So, I want to give a small tour of the server. Grimcore was kind enough to show me around. There's only a couple things right now, but right now it is only myself, Grimcore, and Bevel on the server, and I plan on doing quite a few builds and helping with the community stuff around here. I know every Sunday there is sort of a community, sort of little get-together to record a couple things, and I'm looking forward to that, seeing what will happen with that on my first one. But while I walk around the server and show off the bases, I want to explain my little plans for the series, or do them after. I think today's focus will be on the HQM book, and we will walk while I am reading here. The HQM book, which will show me the sort of very basics. Now, I had my render distance on short for a very good reason. Do not worry, that'll get bumped up in a bit, because I wanted the grand reveal of Bevel's base. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Bevel, don't know, Beaver? I should just call him Beaver. But this is Bevel's base. It is shaped like a gear. I absolutely love it, and you can tell he's very, very far in the mod pack, and I'm sorry for my sort of dropped frames here. It seems something in his base is a bit intensive for me, but he is very, very far in the late game. He has stockpiles of copper and bronze, bismuth, all that stuff, silver, iron, gold, all that good stuff. He has a couple chests. Also, Bevel, because I know you are watching, over here, I accidentally picked up a little bit of bees from your thing. They were just sort of laying on the ground, and I didn't want them to despawn in case they were very important. So over here in your flaxbeard chest, I put some bees there. They were shiny, so I assumed they were important. If not, well, they're there anyway. So I'm gonna skedaddle out of here and go on to Grimcore's base. Grimcore, his job, according to him, is to help Bevel get further in the pack so he can do building and such. And that is also my plan for the series, is do a whole bunch of building. And since I have never played TerraFirmaCraft before, that is also a part of my plan to do a whole bunch of building. And how do you get up this ladder? Okay, I gotta press control. Oh, and I have to apparently be facing the ladder directly. Okay. But that is, well, geez, that is also my plan, is to do a whole bunch of building, but go through TerraFirmaCraft, because I've never done it before, so I am a little noob when it comes to TerraFirmaCraft, and I will also be using the quest book to help me along a little bit. But I know that some people are coming over from Grimcore and Bevel's channel, so hello there. I hope I can provide you with some quality content, and feel free to give me some tips, help me along, tell me all this good stuff. If I seem really confused on something, feel free to drop a comment down below and actually help me out. It would be very much appreciated. But with this, I think you've had enough of a look at Bevel's base. I'm not going to go into the specifics of all the machines, but I'm going over to Grimcore's base now. And now we are approaching Grimcore's base, and yes, just for a little bit of proof, I did bump up the render distance. It is winter in these seasons right now, so I assume everything gets sort of foggy and dense and cold. But this is Grimcore's base. He's going for a old western style base, sort of like a small town. I really enjoy what he's doing so far. I'm looking forward to all of these sort of microblock things from TerraFirmaCraft to make a bunch of buildings. I'm excited to see, what I can do with it. And to repeat, Grimcore, we wanted some builders on the server, so we invited you. That's probably a little bit out of context, but that's essentially what he said. Don't worry, if that's not what he said, I'm sure he'll yell at me. Don't worry about that. But he has a small, little, quaint little town. He has given me access to use the smeltery over here and these crucible things. He said they have a little bit of a stockpile for the items for the crucible, since crucible is one of the harder starter items. Ow! Ah, mosquitoes! Hello. Okay. You are going to annoy me. Okay, hold on. Let's move away. Go away, mosquitoes. Don't want you. You're going to give me malaria. But yes, he said I can use a couple of his machines around here to help myself out in the very start if I want to reduce a little bit of the grind, but I will try my best to learn as much TerraFirmaCraft as I can. I am a little nooblet for TerraFirmaCraft, but this is Grimcore's base, and there's a couple community builds around. According to Grimcore, there is a gold farm, or a bronze farm, either one, over there. You can see it, the XP farm, and then over there is the farms, which I have been tasked and told that if the season reaches June, and I am on the server, I need to go and replant some stuff, which is very understandable because I know the sort of pains of the crop seasons and all of that stuff in TerraFirmaCraft. But without further ado, let's go and show you one more thing, and then we'll get started with the bulk of the episode, which is probably, again, I've said this like 3 times now, a little bit of the HQM pack and my plans for the series, but I just want to go over there and show you guys the basic XP farm, and then we'll venture off, find a place to live, and start the rest of the episode. Okay, and this is the XP farm. Let me explain how this actually works. Now, you're able to move pistons in TerraFirmaPunk with a certain mod. He told me which mod, I just sort of forgot, but it takes pistons and the rods, and they moved spawners here. These 2 spawners spawn pigmen, which then fall into this pit and go into here. They get funneled down this way and up this, which brings them up here to this platform and up above a little bit. Then they get dropped from above into their own platform, and yeah, there we go. You can see them getting spawned. They are special types of zombie pigmen. They are steam warriors or something like that, I recall. But they're a sort of special type of pigmen. Now this, I believe, he said, yes, this is enchanted, and that is Bevel's, so I'm not going to touch that. I'll probably use my hands for a little bit, or if they left a sword behind, rotten flesh is probably not the best source of food, so I'm probably not going to be using these, but I will steal a little bit of gold nuggets just in case we can use them. But this is the XP farm. Very basic, very simple, just drops them into the pit below, takes them up above, and then drops them here, and then you can sit here and kill them, which should be happening in a second here, I believe, since I do hear them. I do hear a couple, so I'll give you guys a little example just in case you don't really know how this type of farm works, but you should because it's very generic type of farm. But you just sort of punch them, and then they die, and then you get their loot. And there is also the mob decapitation mod, which gives them this, like, huge cool effect where they break into pieces, and I think it's really neat. Ooh, that was a bit of lag spike, but I think it's really neat. I think it's cool. You know, if you just end up punching them for long enough, they'll die, give you some stuff, and I got a steam drill. Flaxbeard steam power. What is this? Is this a weapon? Oh, that used a little bit. Ooh, did I just start something? Is it a weapon? No? Oh, I can attack them with it, but is it a weapon? I don't know. I don't know what this is, so I'm gonna just leave while I am ahead. And he also gave me a little bit of boots just to protect myself a little bit. Okay, so time to go find an area and start the rest of the episode, which I can't be guaranteed that's long. Actually, while I have you here, if you guys are from my channel and you have not watched Grimcore or Bevel before, I highly recommend going to watch them. Bevel has his TerraFirmaPunk series going along with another game which the name escapes me. I think it's The Long Dark. And Grimcore has his TerraFirmaPunk series along with a TerraFirmaCraft or another TerraFirmaPunk single player, along with a Boundless Expanse Let's Play that focuses on the magic aspect of Boundless Expanse. So if you are missing out on the magic parts of my Let's Play because I focused on tech, go over to Grimcore and watch his magic side of everything, because he does a pretty good job by explaining things. He is more of a tutorial sort of Let's Play, and he likes to explain everything in quite a bit of detail. So if you're from my channel and you are not from Grimcore's channel or Bevel's channel, I highly recommend that you guys go check them out, and their links will be in the description if you would like to go check them out on every single episode of TerraFirmaPunk. Alright, time to go find an area. Okay, so I think this is the area I've sort of settled on. It is quite flat, it is next to the ocean, and I think that'll be fine unless some tentacle kraken monster from Like a Night Mobs comes out and eats me. And there is a small house there, which I don't know what exactly that is, but I know it has been raided. We walked through it with the tour with Grimcore, and on the map you can see I'm not too far away from the guys. There is Bevel and there is Grimcore. We are not that far away from each other, which makes transport a little bit easier. Plus, I am right next to the farms for the start. Oh, and right there, let's zoom in on it so you guys can get a good look. This is where the giant miner farm is, so I did forget to mark it. But to get started with the quest book, we need to start with basic tools. Now, I accidentally did sticks and stones earlier, so sticks and stones is completed, but we need basic tools, and this requires napping. So how do you nap something? You get any rock off the ground and then carve the shape out of the rock. So you want to start with sort of any shape that you can muster. So then like this, and then like this is an axe head. And Grimcore actually suggested to me make a whole bunch of axes because they're going to come in handy your first little while, and I accidentally did that wrong. So I'm going to make about 3 axes just to be safe, and I messed that one up. But you can always redo a nap unless you already napped something out of it. So if I do this and then click here, it uses a rock and then that rock is gone. So we have 3 axes. Now how do we make it? Well, we can't make a normal vanilla, well, oh, okay, we can make a workbench. Let's ignore I said that. Just rewind in time a second. To make the tools very easily, you just take your sticks and whatever you have, and these actually stack, and you can make a bunch of stone axes. So next up, I actually want to make a hammer, which we need to nap something out like this. So 1, 2, oops, that was wrong. Boom, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then nap the rest of this out, and then we get ourselves a hammer. So there we go for a hammer, and I also want myself a shovel, which is very easy. So 1, and then 1, and then nap the rest of this out, and we get ourselves a shovel head. So there we go with that. And then for a little bit of a weapon, actually no, we already have the stone axes for a weapon, that is fine. And we need a hoe, which we can nap out again. To nap out a hoe, it is pretty easy. You go 1, 2, 3, and then down, and then you have yourself a nap hoe, which you can then again use a stick and this, and there you go. And then we can claim the reward. We get, I'm gonna choose a banana, because we need a little bit of protein in our life. Oh, wait, fruit. I should have chose a veggie. I should have tried to choose a veggie. I'm silly. Okay, next up, basic weapons. It wants us to make a stone javelin and a stone knife. Well, we already have that javelin from right here that I accidentally made by accident. So stone javelin and then a knife, and it wants us to nap out a knife, which is very easy, and in between one rock, you can actually nap out 2 knives. So there you go, and you get 2 knives from one nap, which is very easy. So there we go, we have 2 knives there, and we can claim another reward, and we want a vegetable. What's a vegetable? Onion? Is an onion a vegetable? That's a vegetable. Okay, sweet. So, why I am choosing to keep up the certain types? Why am I trying to choose a vegetable? Because over here, you actually have a diet plan, and you need to keep the diet up in the green the entire time. There's also seasons for when you need to plant stuff, there's skills you can get, and then there's your normal inventory. Also, through the HQM book, you get reward bags, which can give you some good stuff, and we get some good things for our diet. We get a couple more vegetables, which is never a bad thing. We always need some more veggies in our diet because we are sort of low on that. We also need some grain, protein, and dairy, but we'll worry about those in a little bit. So let's just sort of mow down on a little bit of a banana right now to get our thing up. Oh, well, banana's gone. Alright, so next quest is Monster Hunter, and that wants us to kill 20 zombies and we get a full heart. Now, I don't know that the server's on hardcore mode. It doesn't seem like it, but who knows? Maybe if I lose 4 hearts, I'm banned from the server and I'm not allowed to come back on. But we get a reward, or we can pick a reward bag, a native copper nugget, fermented spider eye, and sugarcane. But let's go down to the perfect pork chop. Create a fire pit by placing 3 sticks on the ground and set them on fire with your fire starter. Then place a few logs to get the fire really hot before starting to cook your pork chops to a perfect medium. Remember to let the meal cook before eating it, and you can choose some bones, bone meal, or string. So let's place a bed down just right now, and we will wait a second for the night to actually come, and then I have not seen a pig around here, so I might need to do a little bit of pig hunting to do this next quest. I'm not sure. And also sleeping passes time in games, so when you wake up, you're definitely going to need to eat and probably drink. Okay, so that, a short defensive barrier, which is a granite? Granite? Oh, okay, so we can make a basalt one. So, hold on here. Hold on here. Da-da-da-da-da. Click that. Shaped crafting in a crafting bench. So that really wants us to get ahead. I mean, we can make a crafting bench because, well, nope, never mind. It's gone. Yeah, I was right earlier. You can't make a crafting bench. I was correct. Lumberjack. Lumber is your most valuable resource. You can use it for building a home, cooking your food, and baking the clay vessels and jugs. Choose using your axe, chop down some trees, and chop down any of one log type. So so let me explain something, and then I'll do a quick cut. Chopping down trees in TerraFirmaCraft takes a very long time because it's exactly like real life, where you're chopping down the bottom of a tree, and then the rest of the tree falls. Now it's not that bad because I have a stone axe, but with your hand, it's very stupid. But then we get a whole bunch of logs. We get 7 pine logs. So it's time for me to go around just a little bit here, chop down a couple trees, get a couple logs, maybe find a pig for that one quest where we can cook up a pork chop, and then I will see you back in a second. Well, I wanted to come take a look at this cool building while on the hunt for a pig, but it seems I spawned the Twilight Lich, which lich, it rhymes, is a problem because according to Grim, the lich doesn't despawn until someone kills it. I'm sorry, I didn't know that was what spawned them. He warned me about the towers, but I thought it would have been like the actual the Twilight Forest towers, not some modern looking half building. I am so sorry. Oh geez. So you guys have fun with that. I'm just gonna run this way. It wasn't me, I promise. But yes, that's another thing about TerraFirmaPunk. The Twilight Forest mobs actually spawn in the overworld. You can be running around and come across a lich. You can be running around and come across a naga. You can running around and come across one of the mazes for that. And that is one of the ways you can get certain items. And exploration is heavily asked for in the pack. They are, asking people to go and explore things. This looks like a dungeon, so I'm gonna stay away from that while we're looking for this pig. It is heavily asked for you to go and adventure out and find things and do the dungeons, because you can find special loot. Ooh, and that's gold on the ground. Wait, that's not, that's copper. You can find special loot in the dungeons. You can find special items in the dungeons that you can't really get anywhere else. So it's just a really good idea for you to spend some time going out exploring. I know that Grimcores was telling me that they went out thousands and thousands of blocks to find like chickens and certain types of rock and all that stuff, and that's just insane to me. That's a bit insane because I don't know if I have that sort of dedication to go out that far. But yeah, okay, back to looking for a pig. Have not found a pig so far. I wonder if wolves drop meat, but I don't want to take that chance because I know that wolves get pretty ravenous. And hey, ooh, hey, rich native copper. Okay, I'm gonna make a waypoint of this. Rich. Remind me to come back here. Copper is a good starter resource. Copper is a great starter resource, and it is a lot better that this is rich copper. It is a lot better. Okay, back on the hunt for the pig. I got sidetracked by copper and telling you guys about all of this other stuff. I found a building. I founded a building. And I know these have a spawner in them somewhere. And this has already been looted. Of course. Oh, that's just my luck. And no pork chops too. You guys didn't even leave a pork chop for me. It doesn't have to be a pork. It has to be pork, apparently. Okay. Time to go back to pig hunting. I might not even end up doing the pig quest today. Just because I don't know where stupid pig are. Piggles, where are you? No, seriously, please. I need you. Okay, so I didn't find a stupid pig, could not find a stupid pig, so we'll have to skip out on that quest, but I'm thinking 1 or 2 more quests for this episode and we'll end it off. So, to make a fire, since I was going to explain it anyway, you need a fire starter and sticks, and then you just throw some sticks on the ground and then right click with your fire starter, and in enough tries, you will make yourself a fire, and you can fuel the fire by, throwing fuel on top of the fire, which then will heat up the fire when you're cooking stuff and keep the fire nice and hot. So, if we can't do the pork chop, and we can't use the defensive barrier yet, we have this one, and we can choose some coal. So I'll choose some coal. And little gray balls. These little gray balls are going to be essential for very essential to your success. Take a shovel, go find some stuff. Good job. You're doing some oh, yeah, and if you stand in fires, you also get lit on fire. That's some good realism right there. That was my fault. But Grim was kind enough to show me a little bit of a clay deposit somewhere around here. And that will kick us off with our, needs and wants. And again, it is very foggy today. It helps with my frame rate, but it doesn't look the best on video because, you're walking around here and everything's all foggy and weird and bad. Ugh, no, you. But I would like to say, if the people are still watching, you're obviously very interested in TerraFirmaPunk. And if you are a new viewer of mine, I need to let you know that me speedrunning this is not going to happen. Because if you notice, in all of my other mod packs, series Let's Plays, I go through stuff really quickly. TerraFirmaPunk is nothing like that. TerraFirmaPunk is a very slow mod pack, and I'm sure that the people who are from Grimcore's channel, because Grimcore warned me about you guys, and you guys can't get enough of TerraFirmaPunk, so I got my eyes on you. He told me you guys are very, very into TerraFirmaPunk, but if you are from, and you guys already know all this stuff, but I'm telling my viewers that maybe don't know this stuff. If you guys, goldenrod, 5, let's choose some strawberries. Alright, no inventory space. Let's throw out the rotten flesh. And what don't we need? 3 gold. You guys already know this stuff, right? But for the viewers of mine that don't know this stuff, TerraFirmaPunk is a very slow mod pack, very tedious mod pack, so the progression will be very slow. Well, not very slow, but quite slow. I will do my best to do all, the major grinding off camera, so the episodes are more interesting and you guys have more to watch in the episodes. But yes, Grimcore warned me about you guys from Bevel's channel and his channel, and you guys are quite ravenous, according to him, that you guys will always want some TerraFirmaPunk. And I'm gonna tell you now, you follow my upload schedule. You don't make my upload schedule. I'm just joking with you guys. I'm gonna get it up as much as I can, as long as I keep enjoying TerraFirmaPunk. Right now, I'm, pretty enjoying it. I'm pretty much enjoying it. Very fun, very unique, very new to me. So it's all foreign concepts that I am interested and itching to learn. And apparently we need a pumpkin and jack-o'-lantern, which we have a pumpkin over here, I believe. I believe that I saw a pumpkin over here somewhere that we can pick up and possibly throw a torch into. No? Did I miss the pumpkin? I know I had something around here that looked quite pumpkin-y. Maybe it's over here. According to this, there's something orange over here on the map, which might just be a pool of lava, so I think it's just a pool of lava, and I'm just being silly. Well, let's just check anyway, because I thought I saw a pumpkin around here. Yeah, it was just lava. Thought I saw a pumpkin around here. Could be mistaken. But I think that might be a good ending point off on the episode today. I got through a lot of points that I wanted to get through, and I think that's pretty good. But again, if you have any, concerns, comments, questions, whatever, go ahead and leave them in the comments below, in the questions below. Put them in the comments below, and I'll be sure to get them all, read them all, to, respond to them all. But I hope you enjoyed the very first episode of TerraFirmaPunk on the TFPunk'd server. Again, go check out Grimcore and Bevel for letting me on the server. They were gracious enough to let me on the server, and I'm very happy to be here, and I hope that, maybe we get some other members soon, so maybe I'm not always the new guy. So, yeah, with that, I hope to see you in the next video. Remember, stay fancy, and peace out. Bye-bye.